Hey ladies, today's video is going to be on how I accomplish this super defined twist out. So let's get started. We're going to need some tools to get started, so while I continue playing my hair, let's talk about some of the tools we'll need. First is something to kind of hold the hair down, whether it's a bobby pin or this little black clip that you'll see in a second. I'm going to use both that and bobby pins. And an alligator clip, a rat tail comb, a wide tooth comb, and some oil for my scalp because I just have to have it. We're going to need a water spray bottle to keep the hair moist. It's going to be your leave-in of choice. Mine is going to be the coconut hair milk by Sarenzo. And also the hair pudding by Sarenzo. A gel of your choice. I'm going with Aunt Jackie's. And here we are. We're ready to get started. So I'm starting out with freshly washed hair. I've parted the hair into 4 sections and I'm just rolling. Okay, so we're going to start off by, of course, applying our leave-in, which is the Sarenzo Coconut Milk Moisturizer. This is a very delicious moisturizer. It's so creamy and lightweight. It smells amazing and it just really packs a moisture punch for me. I really like it. I'm going in with the hair pudding. This thing has insane slip. Smells great as well. And the hold is amazing. If you want less definition, then you could really just stop here because this has a medium hold. Or if you have a lighter or softer texture of hair that's not as dense as mine and doesn't require as much hold, or if you're just not going for, you don't want as much definition, like I said before. So it's up to you, but I'm going for a super defined look. So I'm going for the hold that this has, which is a medium hold, as well as extra hold from my gel so I can get maximum wear and wear it as long as possible and maximum definition. So what you see me doing is just applying the product to every part of the section of hair. I want to make sure the hair is covered well and thoroughly. I'm using the oil that I have here. This is just an oil mixture that I think this is a cream and cocoa oil mixture. It's for your hair and body. And it came in their Tinctures collection from last year around this time. Christmas, Thanksgiving, holiday season. They do a tincture set every year. And this was from that tincture line last year. So it's just a mixture of oils. And I'm just going through, working it through my scalp and trying to make sure that I, cover all my bases because I have a very finicky scalp. Now I'm going to go ahead and part my hair because the part is not even. I don't obsess usually over parts too much, but this one's down the middle, and since I was going for a down the center of my head look, I wanted to make sure the part was pretty, it was even, especially toward the front. I wasn't too concerned about the middle and the back. And here you see me being slightly OCD, and then I decided to forget it and move on. So here's the Aunt Jackie's gel. We're not going to use a lot. We want to use a little bit because we also remember we have a hold in the previous product. And this is just my Tangle Tamer. I love this thing, and I'm just detangling and twisting here. These are medium-sized twists for me because once the hair starts to dry, you'll see that they're bigger than they actually look when they're being twisted wet. These are nice, tight, or taut twists. You want to make sure that if they're loose, you're going to end up with definition, but not as much. The key is not only the product, but the technique of having a nice taut twist. And you want to make sure your ends, as always, stay detangled. When you get to the bottom, the hair tends to retangle on itself. And so keep that detangled as you move down the hair shaft. And so we're just going to keep twisting until we get to the end. If you feel like you need an extra amount of product on the end of your hair, determine what that is, whether it's moisture or just a little bit more hold, and add more product according to what your needs are. I just added a little bit more moisturizer to the end and twist it. Okay, do a little coil at the end, and we move on to the next. I don't have like I don't part my hair necessarily usually like in like perfect parts. I just part it to just, in this case, so that way I didn't end up pulling hair from sections that did need to be pulled from. And so I'm just twisting. These are 2-strand twists. I'm twisting away from my face, if that makes sense. So that way, when I take it down, I have the hair on the end or toward my edges, they're laid down better. I hope that makes sense. And I'm just twisting. I have a mirror to my side, so that way I can see what I'm doing. So that's what you see me looking at. I'm looking at the mirror. See, on this twist, I'm actually adding gel. So it just depends on what section of, what area of the hair I'm twisting and what it needs. So as you see, this section is done, and I'm just finishing off this one last twist on this section. I use the banana-like clips and the bobby pins to hold down the hair to my scalp, and this is what it looks like close up, all twisted up. This is the next morning, and that's how I slept. Let's take it down, and we're going to untwist. You want to take your time. I did not add any additional product to my hands. My hair is very moisturized. As you can see, there is a great deal of shine. It's not greasy. It smells great. It really is just the best twist out I ever had, especially for super defined twist outs. This is my go-to technique and product. So I'm just taking my time, working through each twist here, and it might seem that I'm moving pretty fast, and I probably am because I do this a lot, so I'm used to, taking down my hair. A lot of times you'll see, as you see here, this is one twist that's split into 3. That's great because it allows you to be able to fluff the hair easily and separate. The more separation you do, and the more fluff you'll have. This is one side separated and the other side still twisted. We are all done taking them down. And this is the back. This is what it looks like. You see there's a part back here. We're going to go ahead and close that. I start with my hands, and I just kind of move the hair up to start closing those gaps, just like you see me doing here. I like this because it creates less frizz for me before I start using any tools. So I do this until I just, feel like there's nothing that I can cover anymore with my hand. And then I just take a wide tooth comb and start picking out my hair, so that way we can cover up any gaps from the twist. And continue to fluff with your hands. So you're going to go back and forth with your comb and your hands until you get your desired look, and you can fluff as much as possible. The more separating you do, the fluffier it's going to be, and you may incur some frizz. I want to wear this for as long as possible, so I am not going to fluff any more than this. I'm going to go ahead and with some leave-in conditioner and put that on my edges because I just kind of felt like they needed an extra bit of moisture. And I'm using the Perfect Edges by Cream of Nature to slick it all down. Rubbing it in with your hands, rubbing this product in because it's really thick with your hand, it really allows the product to spread better, and that way you don't have like chunks of, slick down cream in one spot of your hair. It's kind of weird. So if you rub it in your hands using your finger, the warmth of your fingertips to move the product around and kind of make it a little bit more spreadable, it works better. And then I'll just use a brush and brush my edges lightly. You don't want to brush like you're brushing a ponytail because then you'll, mess up your definition. So I'm just giving it a light brush here. Just laying everything down and just fluffing it around, moving it around. And this is what it looks like, guys. Pretty much it. I have a terrible habit of slicking stuff behind my head. And that's the finished product, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you like this one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. I would go for the thickening growth milk, though, over this one, just because I feel like you can do more with the growth milk. This one